You know, the casting for this show, Chris, has been pretty fucking good, except for one. Except for one.
I'll have 2 number 9s and number 9 large. Now that is some tasty fried chicken. Hey, Kurt, this time, would it be possible to get the fried chicken put inside of the watermelon?
Sir, that's the 4th time you've asked us that today. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises.
Quit that shit.
I mean, some people are going to complain about Hermione, but I'm like, have you heard her? And like, we'll see how she looks in the show. But I think she's fine. I would have been completely fine with this. Black Snape, bit of a problem. I also want to point out that the only thing J.K. Rowling has acknowledged about the show was talking about how she can't fire Black Snape. She has no power to do that. The only thing she's promoted is the full cast audio book that will be coming out in November, which will be on Audible. That's the only thing she's like going, hey, I'm really excited about this. This is going to be cool, which has Hugh Laurie as Dumbledore, which is a great choice, and the show should have gone with that. But 2 things I want to point out. Chris Columbus directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies, did a very good job. So they're going to be reusing a lot of the stuff from the movies. I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I think trying to redo that would be ridiculous, especially when you have standing sets. You already have some costumes. Make some minor changes. But he's saying Harry Potter director Chris Columbus criticizes HBO remake. What's the point? He says, what's the point? I'll get to the point in a second. But the Harry Potter movie director reacts to early photos from the HBO drama series, More of the Same. But on a new podcast, Columbus made more pointed remarks about the project, reacting to photos making the rounds of Hagrid, Nick Frost, leading around a young Harry around London. I looked online and there are photographs of Nick Frost and Hagrid with the new Harry Potter, Columbus told the Rest is Entertainment podcast. God, these podcast names are just great, aren't they? And he's wearing the exact same costume that we designed for Hagrid. Part of me was like, what's the point? I thought everything on HBO show, the costumes and everything was going to be different. It's more of the same. It's very flattering to me because I'm like, that's exactly what the Hagrid costume that we had designed. So part of it, really excited. I'm excited to see what's going to be part of it. But part of it is going to be sort of deja vu all over again. Well, they're adapting the books. Columbus added that he wasn't jealous about the remake. I'm so beyond it. I didn't. I've done it. It's time to move on. I've always had issues with the idea of franchise when we did Gremlins and Goonies. That's why I didn't do second Gremlins film. I love the second Gremlins film, by the way, though. Absolutely love it. My attitude then is I've done it. Let's move on. Okay, that's fine. But the thing is, they're fleshing out the entire book. So it is different. And I think certain aesthetics, I think it would be stupid to change. Now, maybe they should bring back the pointed hats, Chris, from the first couple of movies. I think they should bring back the pointed hats. I mean, especially when Snape shows up, I think it'd be great to have a bunch of kids with a bunch of black pointed hats on. I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Maybe white pointed hats.
Yeah, maybe. But you're going to hear the original cast say, oh, it's great. And maybe some of them actually feel that way. But in my head canon, Chris, I'd like to believe that until they cast Black Snape, that J.K. Rowling was okay with this. So she could just erase Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson from and anybody involved who came out against her stance of women are women from the parks, from reality, and they'll all get replaced. And this was all great headcanon until Black Snape was cast. Original Harry Potter director Chris Columbus doesn't want to be involved in HBO series reboot, calls J.K. Rowling controversy very sad. So Michelle Gomez, who was involved, who plays McGonagall in the audiobook, had to go out and bend the knee to the T of the LGBT so they wouldn't get ruined. And this is only going to get worse. They're going to start, like people were like suggesting that we were going to criticize the kid actors. You know who's going to criticize the kid actors? The T, Chris. Anybody involved in this is going to go, what are you doing with this J.K. Rowling person? So he has to separate himself, of course. Chris Columbus has absolutely zero desire to be involved, of course, and they wouldn't ask him. All right, so here's the end of the article. But when it comes to this Chris Columbus, but when it comes to Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, whose numerous comments against trans identity over recent years have made her a major figure of controversy, Columbus appears to have differing opinions. I like to sometimes separate the artist from the art. I think it's important to do, he says. It's unfortunate what's happened. I certainly don't agree with that what she's talking about, but it's just sad. It's very sad. Yeah, it is. You know what? It's sad. Sad dudes going into women's bathroom. That's sad. I think that's sad. You know what's sad? Dudes beating up on women in women's sports. I think that's sad, Chris. Don't you think that's sad? Don't you think it's sad that like dudes dress up as women to creep on girls in fucking bathrooms? That's pretty fucking sad. Don't you think it's sad? You have a daughter, Chris. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. My daughter, I don't think my daughter feels safe.
No.
No, it's concerning. We care more about feelings of people going through something or dealing with a fetish, and we have to accommodate everything for those people. I don't know how we got here.
We got here because of weak men like Chris Columbus. We got that weak men who are so concerned about their career and so afraid of the fucking woke LGBTQ plus T mob, the new T, which the LGBT, you need to drop the T, man. They're bringing you down. They're bringing you down. As adults, it's fine. Drag queens, fine. Don't care. But you're really pushing this shit on kids. And that's a line, well, you know, especially when we're talking about a Harry fucking Potter show, you know, that's a line that parents aren't going to cross. Non-parents aren't going to cross. And you will die on that fucking hill. So you got weak fucking people like Chris Columbus who are too afraid to speak the truth, because this is the truth. Men don't belong in women's bathrooms. I don't give a fuck what they've chopped off. I don't care. I care about what they were born as and why they were being in there. And if you feel uncomfortable, you know what? They have neutral bathrooms, or go to the fucking bathroom at home. That's what I do. I hate fucking public bathrooms.
Yeah, I don't get the weird fetish of taking a photo. I'm in the bathroom. Look, men don't want to be in the men's bathrooms. Okay, I want to get in, do my business, get out.
Go in a stall.
Eye contact. I don't get the thing of why do you have your phone out while you're at the urinal? You can take 30 seconds, pee, and not look at your phone.
Motherfuckers are talking on the phone in the urinal.
Yes, you morons, get in. I'm out of there. I am quick. In and out. And poop at home.
Yeah, it's really sad
like a normal person.
That Hollywood has a very high percentage of weak men who are just willing to back this very, very anti-scientific, anti-nature approach towards life, because it's the new thing. It's the brand new thing. That's all. It's a fucking trend that they will abandon at some point. And after this trend is over, we're going to have a bunch of mutilated, fucked up kids. Well done. Yeah, it is fucking sad, Chris Columbus.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.